Hey, I'm Angela Lin, and I solve your social media problems. In this free 3-part training video series, I'm going to show you how to get 30 new qualified prospects this week on LinkedIn. I optimize social media to create more business in less time so that you have the freedom to do what you love. And in these free training videos, I'm going to show you how you can get a direct response from the right decision makers who want to buy from you. How to create and build a qualified prospects list very easily and very quickly, even if you're not tech savvy, you're just starting out and have very few connections, or if you're short on time. And I'll show you how you can stop wasting time and actually see a return on investment from all your efforts and time spent on LinkedIn. I'll show you very consistently proven strategies that's results-based, and I'll actually give you the checklist and the templates as well as my exact email script, word for word, for how I was able to do all of this. And so one of the questions that you should probably ask yourself is, are my prospects actually on LinkedIn? And the truth is, if you're trying to reach the qualified decision makers, the right people who can actually decide on using your services or products, then 50% of LinkedIn members are the decision makers in their companies or their organizations. And if you're trying to look for the Fortune 500 companies, well, all of the senior management at those companies are on LinkedIn. In addition, LinkedIn has the highest income per member at $109,000 per member out of all of the social media sites. What does that mean to you? Well, they can essentially have the highest disposable income to really spend on your products and services. Now, another question is, why are they all on LinkedIn? Why are these qualified and decision makers on LinkedIn? Well, they have one goal, and that goal is to network for business results. You see, they're looking for people to help them grow their business, whether it's clients, business partners, suppliers, and they're looking for those people, which is where you come in. And I'm going to show you how you can do all of this very quickly and very easily. Now, you might be wondering, can I actually succeed in creating more business in less time with LinkedIn if I'm not tech savvy, or if I'm just starting out and I have very few connections, or I'm struggling because I don't have that much time? And the truth is, you can. And the reason why I say you can is because I was there and I've been through that. You see, when I first got started out, I was actually nowhere close to internet marketing. I didn't have high-speed internet until 2003. And so I only used the internet for school research and chatting with friends. And in fact, I was very far from marketing. I was pretty much the opposite of marketing, which was accounting. That's what I went to school and studied. And so I was studying to be an accountant, and in my final year, I had the opportunity to try out for a very prestigious business case competition that was for universities across Canada. And so I tried out. I was fortunate enough to become one of the 2 members on the marketing team. Now, here's the problem. I was an accounting major, and my partner was a finance major. Both of us had only taken one introductory marketing course. Who were we up against? Well, we were up against all the top marketing majors across Canada who probably had 2 or 3 years of experience in not just learning marketing, but also working in marketing positions. But we had one thing that they didn't have, which was an amazing professor and coach. He was able to take us, even though we were really beginners in marketing, and accelerate us to allow us to achieve success, and to do it in a way that even though we were beginners and we didn't have that much knowledge, to still be able to understand and solve complex cases. So during the semifinals, it was 1 week before we had to submit our application, our case, into the judges for them to decide who were the top 6 teams to actually go compete in the final competition. And so we were working on this case, and the week before the deadline, something bad happened to my partner. She was in her final year, and she got notified that she was rejected from all of her job applications. That means she was going to graduate without a job lined up and not sure where to make money from. And on top of that, her boyfriend also broke up with her. So it was very heart-wrenching in that it was a crush not only in terms of career and income, but also from a relationship. And so she was quite upset, and I told her, you know what? Take some time off. Take some time off to recuperate, and I can still work on this in the meantime. And so she took some time off, and after about a day or two, she came back, and we went for that last haul to get across to the finish line. And so we waited and waited and waited, and finally they announced who was going to be in the top 6 teams in the final competition. And we were actually amongst the top 6 teams. I mean, wow. And so we're very excited, but also scared at the same time because, well, we're just accounting and finance majors. And we got to the competition. We were the first to present. Talk about pressure, hey? And so we presented, and it was to the chief marketing officers and senior marketing management at companies like Starbucks, L'Oreal, and Molson Coors. And so we presented, and we waited until the judges announced who was going to be the top 3. And we were hoping that hopefully we'll just get into the top 3. That would be really amazing. And guess what? When they made the announcement for first place, they said that it was us. We won. And I'll never forget the lesson I learned from that was that even if you're just starting out, if you're just a beginner, if you can find somebody who's achieved success that you're trying to achieve and get them to teach you, get them to coach you and mentor you, show you the steps so that you can follow along and do it, then you can accelerate your level of success much easier, much faster. And that's what our coach did for us. You see, we were just an accounting major and a finance major with only one marketing course. But the thing is, we were able to beat all of the other marketing majors across Canada because we had somebody to guide us and mentor us along the way. And so that's something that you should always search for. So that's the lesson that I took back with me. Now, I got started on LinkedIn back in 2007, and right now, let me ask you a question. If you're thinking that you don't have many connections or you're just starting out, do you have maybe more than 50 connections right now? Because if you do, well, that's more than I had in my first 3 years. The reason is because I didn't really find too big of a need for it. I was in university. But once I got out of university and I started working in an accounting firm as a professional, I realized that was where professionals and decision makers and management, where they would go if they wanted to network. So I tried to figure out how I can better network on LinkedIn to really reach out to these top decision makers. So from what I learned from my case competition, I knew that I should find a trainer who's already had success on LinkedIn so that they can teach me how to really generate prospects and network with decision makers. Now, the problem was that there was very limited training available. And the reason why was because LinkedIn, it wasn't popular like YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. It wasn't that popular back then, and even to today, it's growing in popularity, but still, I find that the training is still lacking. And so, yes, some people shared LinkedIn tips, and I did try to learn from those, but there was very limited training available. And I also had against me, which is limited time to test out the strategies. So for the past 2.5 years, while I was trying to succeed on LinkedIn, I was working 40 to 80 hours a week in the world's top 4 accounting firms, plus 10 hours a week for my accounting designation. And so I didn't really have that much time to test out strategies. Now, my path towards how I was able to start succeeding on LinkedIn was that I tried out my own strategies through a lot of trial and error. I would test strategies to see if they worked for me through my experience with video and email marketing to see if they worked on LinkedIn. I would also test out strategies for myself at first, and then, if those worked, I would use it to help my clients. I spent lots of hours testing and improving various aspects to see if LinkedIn worked, and I did this for the past 3 years. And I was actually able to be sent an awesome email from LinkedIn, which showed me that I had one of the top 5% most viewed LinkedIn profiles for 2012. And on top of that, not only for myself in reaching qualified prospects through LinkedIn, I was able to help my client, whereby we sent out 400 LinkedIn invites to complete strangers who were qualified prospects, but complete strangers. We were able to get 93 qualified prospects in 1 week to join our prospects list with just one email to them. These were complete strangers that we've never contacted. So that was a 23% response or opt-in rate. And these prospects were executives and business owners. So perhaps the people that you want to reach out to. I'm going to share with you the 4 steps that you absolutely need to take in order to accelerate your LinkedIn results. So I'm going to do an overview of them and then go into a bit more detail for each of them. So the first step that you need to do is to ensure that you optimize your LinkedIn profile so that you're showing up higher for search results, and to ensure that your prospects take action to connect with you when they come to view your profile. Then second, you want to ensure that you grow your connections to at least 500 plus, and to try and build your connection base as large as possible. Then third, you want to join and create LinkedIn groups so that you're seen as the go-to authority in your industry or in your local area. And finally, fourth, you want to automate your LinkedIn leads or prospect traffic. And so those are the 4 steps that you need to take to accelerate your LinkedIn results. So we're going to go into a bit more detail for each of them. So let's talk about the first step in terms of optimizing your profile. There's 2 parts to this. So optimizing your profile, the first part is that you need to show up higher in terms of search results. Now, why do you care about that? Well, let's say I'm a prospect and I'm looking for a social media marketing service provider. So what do? Well, I go on LinkedIn and type in social media marketing. Now, out comes all of these results. There's actually 4.6 million results. So 4.6 million people that has to do with social media marketing. And I want to find out the people that are the top ones, you know, the ones that can really, really help me. So I'm probably going to stay on page 1 of the search results, and I'm probably going to look at the first couple. Now, if your LinkedIn profile isn't on page 1 for your keywords on LinkedIn, then it's pretty much useless because prospects aren't going to find you. So it's not a good way at all to build your business. And you would have just really wasted your time creating that LinkedIn profile only for it to not be found by your prospects. So you can see here I've optimized it, so I'm showing up higher. I'm showing up number 4 out of 4.6 million results. So my prospects can find me and connect with me for social media marketing services or products. Now the second part that you need is once they can find you, then they'll come view your profile. And so once they click through to your profile, what do you need to do with them? Well, you need to let them know who you can help and what do you help them with. So what I mean by this is when they come to view your profile, they might be a prospect or they might know somebody else who can be a prospect for you. But if you don't have that in your profile to tell them exactly who you help and what you help them with, then they don't know if they're a qualified prospect for you, or if that somebody else that they know is qualified for you to help them. And so if you don't tell them this, then they're not going to connect with you to find out more about your products and more about your services, much less become your customer. So you want to tell them who you help and what do you help them with right in your LinkedIn profile so that they can qualify themselves and connect with you. Now, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is to really grow your connections by as many people as possible. And specifically, you really need to reach that 500 plus connections. And you need to reach that point fast. Now, the reason for this is because you want to stay connected and to as many people as possible, because those connections may become your prospects, or those connections can introduce you to even more prospects for your business. So that's why you need to connect with as many people on LinkedIn as possible. And it's a professional site. So some people might be worried about privacy and all of that. It's for your business. And what you want to do is have your business known to as many people as possible so that they can become your prospects, or they can send you referrals and prospects. And now, why do I say you need to reach 500 plus quickly? Well, it's because once you reach over that 500 limit for number of connections, then LinkedIn only shows that you have 500 plus connections. Maybe you only have 501 connections, or maybe you have 2,000 LinkedIn connections. People viewing your profile can't tell how many connections that you have once you've exceeded 500 plus. So if you have that on your profile displayed, that you have more than 500 connections, then people will start automatically viewing you as the go-to authority. Because think about it this way. If you were to see somebody with the LinkedIn profile that has 500 plus connections versus somebody that only has, 100 or 200 connections, who are you more likely to believe is successful? Well, in human psychology, if we see that somebody is connected to more people, that means they're probably more successful, and they're more likely to provide me with better products and better services. So I'm likely to go with them to buy from them. And that's what you want to do as well, to be really seen as credible. Now, another reason why you want to have more connections is because for LinkedIn search result purposes. So you have to think like a search engine. If you are more connected, then LinkedIn thinks that you're more relevant and that you're better able to help these other LinkedIn users with perhaps different types of services or products. So they'll likely rank you higher for search results if you're more connected. It's the same way that it works on other search engines like Google, etc. So that's why you need to ensure that you have 500 or more connections really fast. Now after that, the third step is to join and create your LinkedIn groups. So you want to join your LinkedIn groups because other groups might have your prospects so that you can connect with them, and also they might have your potential partners who can help you promote your business to other prospects. And you want to join LinkedIn groups so that you can invite those prospects and business partners to join your own groups. Now I'm going to talk about why you should create your own groups. So you need to create your own groups because this is going to be a way to show that you are the go-to authority in your field or in your local area. Because as the LinkedIn owner of that LinkedIn group, people will automatically see you as the expert. I mean, you own a group on this topic area or for this particular local area. And so they'll automatically see you as the person, hey, this was the person that started it all. So this person must know it all. And that's what you want to do, whether it's for your own brand or your business brand. And as part of the LinkedIn group, you're now able to email your members on a weekly basis with new information and updates, and also get them to get more of their contacts that they know to join your LinkedIn groups as well. So after that, the fourth step is to automate your LinkedIn leads and prospect traffic. So what you need to do is you need to know exactly how to reach your prospects, and to do this in a way so that you are growing your connections, and you're doing this through connections that you already have, through perhaps groups that you join, or through LinkedIn ads. And you can do this fairly quickly as well. And once you find where your prospects are, you need a system to not only quickly find where they are, but also to get them to connect with you and to join your LinkedIn groups. And finally, have a way to follow up automatically with your LinkedIn connections to really drive traffic back to your business. So that's what I mean by automating your LinkedIn traffic for leads and prospects. Now, you might be worried because you're thinking, okay, so the first step that I need to do is optimize my LinkedIn profile, and I need to rank higher for search results, and I need to get them to actually contact me when they come view my profile. So how do I do that? And how can I actually do that if I only maybe have like 50 connections, or I really don't have that many connections? And why do we care about our LinkedIn profile? Well, that's where prospects will look at first to see if they should connect with you. And a lot of times, if you're reaching out to somebody on LinkedIn, whether it's through email, you send them an invitation to connect, or other things, that's where if they don't know you, they're going to go to your LinkedIn profile first to see who you are and whether it makes sense for them to start connecting with you. So we want to make sure our LinkedIn profile is optimized so that they do want to connect with us. All right, so quick change number 1 is, I know it sounds simple, but make sure you have a smiling photo of your face, all right? And I mean your face. And even though the relationship that we're doing through LinkedIn is started online, you really have to let them think of you as a real person that they can put a face to.
You might be thinking,
people do business.
What if I don't have the time to optimize my LinkedIn to create more business?
Easy is it?
And
to be able
here's
to know,
my
like, and trust
solution
somebody
to solve your
whom
social
you've
media
never seen.
problem.
Well, it's still
which
doable,
are
but you
three
really need
quick
to make
changes
sure
that you can do
see,
in 5
you
minutes
can
to
have an image
optimize your
of what that
profile
person looks
so
like.
that more prospects
So that's one of the
find
reasons
and
why
connect
real
with
estate
you.
agents always send you free things like calendars and rate pads with their face on it so that they can stay top of mind for their prospects. And that's what you want to do. Now, consider this. Who would you rather connect with? So these are two aspects where a lot of times people are going to see, your prospects are going to see when they log into LinkedIn. So they might see on the sidebar people you may know, and they might look to see people that they want to connect with. Now look here. No face, no face. Oh, somebody with a face. This person seems more trustworthy. I don't know who these people are. They could be scams for all I know. It's on the internet, I mean. So that's what the conversation that's going through your prospect's mind right now. So you want to make sure, if you don't have an image of your face right now, have a picture of your face. And now the other thing too is when people search for people. So when prospects are searching for your services or your products, they're going to type in to the search bar, and then they're going to see all these results. Now, there's some do's and don'ts that I want to share with you. So first, you can see we already talked about the fact that you do want to make sure that you have a picture of yourself. Now, things you don't want to do is, even though you might have a picture of yourself, you don't want it so far away that when people are looking, they are not sure who this person is. And sometimes I've had that, where
I am not sure. I think I might recognize the name, but I'm not sure because they're just so far away. They're so small that I can't tell, okay, if I know them or not. And so people are less likely to connect with that person. All right, so some other things. This year, face is still a bit small. You would really want to have it as much of your face in this picture as possible. Now, why do I say smiling photo? Well, people want to do business with people who seem to be happy at whatever it is that they're doing, whether it's their job, their career, their business, or in their life. So people want to do business with happier people. And so when you have a smiling photo, psychology has it that if you smile at somebody, likely they're more going to smile back, and that's going to help them feel better as well. So you want to have a smiling photo so that people can really connect with you. Your prospects want to connect with you. So out of these people, you can just ask yourself right now, I would more likely be wanting to connect to this guy because he has the face that I can see, and it seems like he's smiling more. Now, quick change number 2 is to optimize your headline so prospects find and connect with you. And why should we care about our headlines? Now, if you're not sure what your headline is, it's essentially what comes up when people search for you. So it'll have your name and then they'll have your headline right underneath. Now, why do we care about that? Well, here's a couple of ways that your prospects might see your status updates or see information from you. So the first way is that they see your status update in their when they first log in. So when they hover above it, they'll see, all right, this person is, equipment financing specialist. Great. All right, maybe it's somebody I need to connect to because I need help financing for my equipment. And so I'm likely to connect with this person. Another reason is because let's say, all right, so somebody searches for your services or your products. So let's look at this. All right, so if all these results come up, now you're going to see their name, great, and then you're going to go into seeing their headline. All right, this person is online marketing manager at this company, okay, and then you look at the next person, award-winning digital and social mobile marketing specialist, strategist, and so forth. Oh, that's somebody that seems more interesting, more being able to fulfill my needs of social media marketing. And then you come to mine, which has social media marketing, helping small businesses automate customer traffic in 1 hour a week online. All right, so this really draws your attention in. Your headline should read like a headline of a newspaper. People glance at headlines in magazines, newspapers very quickly, okay? And it's your job, it's your goal to capture their attention as soon as possible so that they are more likely to want to click onto your LinkedIn profile and go read your LinkedIn profile and connect with you. You want your prospect to do that. Another reason is because let's say you send them an invitation to connect via LinkedIn. All right, so let's take a look. You get invitations, you're trying to see who you should accept. Your prospect's thinking, okay, there's this person who is working as a business developer. All right, I sort of know what they do. Great. And if I need a business development person, maybe I'll connect with them. This person just has their email. I don't know what they do. I guess benefit for them is that they're a doctor, but I don't know what they do. And I don't know why I should connect with you. So that is going through your prospect's mind when they're looking at the invitation that you send out to them, or when they're looking at you in terms of search results compared to all the other people who could be providing them with the same products and services that you're providing. All right, so it's really key to differentiate yourself. So how do you optimize your headline? Well, it has a limit of 120 characters as of right now, and this includes spaces, okay? So make sure you account for all of those. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to figure out what are the 3 keywords that your prospects are most likely to search for. What are they? It could be, for example, for me, it might be LinkedIn marketing, social media marketing, YouTube marketing, right? What are those 3 keywords that your prospects are likely to type in online to search for your products or services. And you want to ensure that you include the most important keyword first. And then figure out who do you help. Okay, so it could be location or demographic. So if you're, let's say, based in a specific city, you want to include that. And if it's a specific demographic, such as you are helping entrepreneurs or business owners or sales professionals, you want to include that in your headline as well. And then, what do you help them with? So I want you to think of the benefits or the problems that they might have and really condense that, summarize that, using the words that they're likely to use to describe their own problem. So once you combine all of these, you're now much able to get something that people will want to click into for a headline. So let me give you some examples. All right, so if you're a national or international business, here's an example for how you can really write out your headline. So for sales coach and seminar trainer, helping entrepreneurs double your sales revenue in 90 days. So this here, we talk about the keywords, sales coach, seminar trainer, and who do you help? You help entrepreneurs. What's the benefit? Well, you help them double their sales revenue in 90 days. So let's talk about a local business example. All right, so you want to include your location in there. Calgary accountant. Okay, great. I know they're based in Calgary. Who do you help? Small businesses. What do you help them with? Affordable, quick, and easy tax and bookkeeping. So some of your keywords are accountant, tax, and bookkeeping. These are the services that you provide. And the benefits that you offer are affordable, quick, and easy. I know people, when they think accounting, they think complicated, lots of receipts, very stressful, very tiring, very tedious. And so affordable, quick, and easy. When you say that to somebody for accounting, great. All right, so think of how you can really optimize your headline so that people, when they first read it, they want to click into your LinkedIn profile and start connecting with you. Now, quick change number 3 is a call to action in your summary. So when I talk about summary, I'm talking about within your LinkedIn profile. When people read your profile, which is often what people first see about you, give them a reason so that they want to contact you. And the first thing that you have to figure out is, who do you help? All right, so we talked within our headline, who you help with. And I want you to figure that out. Then, second, what do you help them with? So the problems and benefits. And again, this could be a more expanded version of what your headline says, so that you're still presenting the same brand and same positioning to your prospects. You're just giving them a bit more detail. And third is an incentive for them to contact you. So when we're talking about incentives, we're talking about something that they can do to start connecting with your business so that they can solve their problem or achieve their goal that they want with your help. These incentives could be something like free training, report, or download, and where you include the headline of this and then give them the website where they can go visit your website and sign up. Or it could be a free consultation. So make sure you provide your phone number and email to best reach you at. Or it could be a free quote, which is a phone number or an email that allows them to connect with you. So many times, I'm not sure why, people will put their contact information on their own website, on their business cards, but they won't put it on their LinkedIn profile. And I'm not sure why, because we're in the business of trying to grow our business. So why wouldn't you include your contact information and an incentive for prospects to contact you? So a lot of times it's just things that we forget to do, but it's very key, especially the fact that the LinkedIn profile may be the only thing that they see on you before they decide whether or not to contact you and discuss things with you even further. So let me give you an example. This is mine, and you can see here, this is my summary. Right, the second line, I talk about who I help. Small business owner, entrepreneur, expert, or sales professional. And then I give them benefits and problems to help them. So they're struggling with their prospects, trying to increase those prospects, trying to figure out how to use LinkedIn. I talk about all of these. And then I talk about my incentive. So I talk a bit about my 3 LinkedIn training videos worth $97 for free, and where they can access it. So limited time access to this free training at this link. So you can do the exact same thing for your prospects. And now, this way, they won't just see you as somebody simply to try and sell them something. They'll see you as somebody wanting to actually add value to them. All right? There's a key difference between somebody that wants to add value to you and somebody that's just trying to sell you something. Who are you more likely to do business with? Even if the person who tries to add value to you decides later on to sell something to you, well, our psychology is such that if we give them something of value first, they feel like they have a need to reciprocate and to give back to you as well. So we want to add value to them. And that's why you want to have this call to action in your summary to give them an incentive so that they can contact you. And how do you make all these changes? Well, very simple. You go up to your profile, edit profile, and then you click on this. Once you have edit profile, you'll see this little pencil mark thing. And then you can click on that to change your headline. And you can click on here to change your photo. See, have a smiling face. And then click on here to edit your summary for your call to action. All right? 3 very simple steps that you can do within the next 5 minutes. Okay?
Now that I've shared all of these secrets with you, what I need you to do is to take action, okay? It's pointless if you learned all of these strategies from me, but you didn't take action to implement these, because you'll still end up being where you are right now, you know? If you don't implement these strategies, you're not going to see those results that you want. And all of these strategies that I showed you, the actual implementation of it, will likely be only, 10 minutes or less, okay? And if you're concerned that you're not tech savvy enough, if you can use a mouse, you can type, that's all you need, okay? I showed you how easy it is to really just update your profile and to edit for those key parts that we were talking about. So what I want is for you to challenge yourself to take the next action steps, okay? I'm going to share with you 4 super easy, simple to implement and quick to implement action steps to help you rank higher in search results and to really help you grow your connections so that you can get connected to more prospects and more business partners, okay? So are you ready for this? 4 easy actions. Action step number 2 is to grow your connection. I want to help you grow your connection. And so I want to do that by getting you to connect with me on LinkedIn. I accept all of my LinkedIn invitations, and if you're just starting out or if you don't have that many connections, or if you simply want to grow your connections, which we talked about, it's very important to do that, then to be connected with somebody who has a lot of connections, that's going to help you rank higher for search results too. Alright, so you can connect with me. I put the link below this video so that you can go connect with me, and you can connect with me through my company's LinkedInLeadsTraffic.com. Okay? Now, step number 3 is I also want you to get connected to other people besides me. Okay? So I'm going to help you grow your connection. Now, one way to do this is once you've optimized your profile, I want you to come back to this page, and in the comment section below this video, I want you to post the comment, "My optimized LinkedIn profile to help me rank higher in search results and connect with prospects." And this is where you would include your link to your LinkedIn profile. So the reason why I want you to do this is because of the fact that there's going to be other people watching this training video on this page. They might be going through the comment section, and they might see your LinkedIn profile, or perhaps you can scroll through the comment section to see more people that you can connect with. And this is a win-win. You connect with them, they connect with you, you guys both grow your connection base, and you are now going to rank even higher for search results because LinkedIn viewed you as being more connected, alright? And that person, perhaps that person that you connected with from this page, they may know a bunch of prospects for you, okay? Or they may be your qualified prospect, alright? You never know. So that's why I want you to include that in the comment section. And I want you to do this in this format so that people will know that this is your optimized LinkedIn profile and it's not just some random link, alright? So this is your optimized LinkedIn profile. This way you can tell people that. Now if you don't know how to get your LinkedIn profile URL, come to LinkedIn login, go to profile, and then come to this section down here where it'll show your URL, okay? So you just take that, copy and paste that in here, alright? So that's the comment section. And finally, step number 4. I want you to post any comments or questions below this video, alright, that you may have about this video or about LinkedIn, because I'm going to personally read through all of them so that I can see how I've helped you, or maybe some things you don't quite understand and maybe I can explain it to you, or additional questions that you might have about LinkedIn. And I want you to do this so that I can help you get results on LinkedIn faster, right? I'm going to personally go through all of those comments and questions, and so I want you to put your comments and sections below this video.
In the next video, which is going to be coming to you in 2 days from now, so make sure to watch out for that in your inbox. You're going to learn the 3 mistakes you may be making on LinkedIn that's causing you to lose business. How to find and connect with qualified prospects in less than 10 minutes. Case studies to create more business in less time if you're just starting out or you already have a big LinkedIn presence. We're going to show you easy step-by-steps, and you can see right on the screen what I do so that you can start implementing these strategies for yourself. Now, until the next video, here's to solving your social media problems to create more business in less time so that you have the freedom to do what you love. Thank you so much.